Look at this guy. Man, you
Hey.
guys so you're like a star now that the Rams won the Super Bowl.
Well, let me get this side.
And of course, here he comes. Listen, this is he smoking a cigar? He's really gonna. What? Oh my God! Yes, Rudy.
Bravo! Finally, the Ramelia Sports Report returns to the Rambo Show.
Guys, I'm out of here.
Rambo!
Yeah.
Roll down the window.
Yes, Rudy.
Put down the top. Crank up the Beach Boys, baby. Don't let the music stop. We gon' ride it till we just can't ride it no more. From the side to the valley, from the west side.
Let's go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
What's up, my Ramelia fans of the Los Angeles Rams? Let me make sure I have my sound and everything going. Hold on 1 second. Testing. 1, 2, 3. I see it moving. Good. Hopefully everything sounds good on your end. Hold on 1 second. One second. All right. Thank you. So anyway, so I set up a collaboration with Wayne Breezy, and I told him it was gonna. I was asking if he was available for noon, and we set it up for today. And he asked me Pacific time and or what Eastern time, and I told him Pacific. And it was late. It was late last night, but I thought he'd still get it. He hasn't gotten my backstage yet, so we'll see if he still comes on. If not, we'll have to reschedule. But I let him know what day and the time that I wanted, but I forget that he's not in SoCal, and so I just let him know that I'm on. If you're able to still come on, let me know. But he's really busy with his own channel, so he may be just getting off or whatever. So we'll see if he's still able to make it in. If not, I'll be on tomorrow with Niner sickness, and we can reschedule for a different day this week. But that's unfortunate because I wanted to. I have a lot to talk to him about when it comes to these teams. Besides the teams, just the overall stuff. So we can still do a live. I'm still doing the live, and I let him know right now that he can still come on if he wants to come backstage. I sent him the link last night, so we'll see what we'll see what happens with that. But anyway, what I'm going to do though is I'm going to, for you guys that are here right now, I'm going to put the link in the chat so you guys can come on if you want to talk about the game, and while we wait to see if it's able to come on. If not, I can reschedule it. It's not a big deal. Stuff happens. Hold on 1 second. I didn't see that he messaged me Eastern time or Pacific time, and so I let him know last night, and then I didn't get a reply back. So here's the call-in link. So you can come in and call in, and we'll see if he's able to come in. But if not, we'll just reschedule. I do have Niner Sickness tomorrow at the same time, noon, and it's going to be on his channel, so he's there for sure. But normally, I didn't see that he messaged me Eastern or Pacific time. I didn't realize. I forgot that that he may not be in Southern California. So, but we'll see what happens. Here's the call-in link. If you guys want to come in, you don't have to use your mic. You can come in and we can talk, but we can still do live while we wait. Or if he doesn't able to come in, I'll reschedule for sure. He's a good dude, so we'll see what happens. Let's just get into the chat. Roberto, dope. I haven't seen Rudy all year. SM says Rudy. There were some comments that got deleted that I saw earlier on here from Niner fans. I don't know what happened, but that's okay. DJ Fono says, I quit my job just to come join the live. Let's go. Hopefully he come in. I let me see if he messaged me on Instagram. I haven't had this problem before, but Yeah, because it's the last one is Eastern or Pacific, and I told him Pacific, but it was last night, and then we'll see if he's able to come in. I'll just reschedule it. It's okay. But darn it, I wanted to talk to him today. Let's see. Go ahead and hit that back, SoCal. I was going to put you on right now. Danny Bray says, "Hi everyone, happy Wednesday." Yes, indeed. SoCal says, "What's up, Rudy? How you doing, man?" Yeah, come back in. I saw you there. I was just about to click on you. Rami Tai says, "DJ, ¿qué onda, Carlito? How you doing, brother?" Talking about DJ, and SoCal says, "Hey there, Ramley." Yes, indeed. Doctor says, "Oh, already everyone's saying we are done in Stafford." There we go. Let me get SoCal in here. And Cup will be traded at the deadline. I just saw you right now, SoCal. Try it again. You keep dropping out for some reason. Try it again real quick, and we'll try that again. But yeah, no, I didn't see those reports about Cup being traded, but they always do that to us. They always do that to us. Remember, Donald's going to be, if the Rams only win 3 or 4 games, Donald's going to ask for a trade. And Stafford, there was reports that the Rams were offering Stafford. Remember that? Rami Tyson, Daniel Barry horns up. Yes, indeed. Rami Tyson, Stockton horns up. Yep. SoCal says Stockton Cup should be traded. Says our team is in shambles. Even the kicker's hurt now. What the hell is in the water, Rudy? Yeah, so we got Brown, the kicker that we had before, back in the fold in the practice squad in case we need insurance. But yeah, there's a call. I think if you guys want to come in, go ahead and come in. SS says, "Rudy, we drafted a QB." Can you say Manning? Manning. Chuck says, "I can't wait to see the live with Wider Sickness." You guys are funny. You and Niner Sickness are funny, going back and forth. Robert Tice says, "Sounds like a Wider fan running." No, he'll come on. He's came on before. I just didn't see him Eastern or Pacific time. I just figure, what time. But I did answer, and it's surprising that he didn't check it to see this morning, even if you wake up, because I think it's a couple hours difference, few hours difference. I'm not sure exactly where he lives, but he would have saw it in the morning. Maybe he had something to do and he couldn't do it. But I'll definitely reschedule if he's not able to come in. I'm still on, so he can still come in. I sent him the link in a message. SS says Cardinals are better than the 49ers right now. They look like it this first game, but we look like crap, man. Honestly. DJ Phono says Ram ties. Yes, indeed. Ram ties says who's the Rams house. So we can start this. I didn't get a chance to talk to him, and so we'll just start out what I was going to talk to him about. So what I was going to go over with them is I was watching his last live, my guys, Wayne Breezy, and also props to Peachy too, who's on there with him, Peachy Brown. So they were saying that they couldn't recall for some reason the last game between these two teams, the Rams and the Niners, right? And I'm like, what? You don't remember? And I know it was just a battle of the backup bowl, but they were saying, oh yeah, they played backups. They did play backups, but they wanted to keep Puka Nacua from getting the record. And if you remember, they played starters in there to begin. Check this out. Tell me if you see Bosa and Charvarius Ward in this play right here. Hold on.
And watch Puka Nacua just get through this thing and give the quarterback an opportunity. Perfectly thrown ball by Wentz, and it's good coverage by Ward, but Puka just beats him on the outside. That's called the slant fade, inside leverage.
That's not that's another angle, but there's Charvarius Ward. So on the bottom of this other shot, you're going to see SoCal says they need to connect their mic and cam before you can add them to the stream. So it's saying something about your mic and cam's not. Maybe refresh it and then come back because it shows you. I see you in the box there to come on in the green room, but it says they need to connect their mic and cam. So you can connect everything, your mic, but you don't have to use it. You can just use your voice, but it does have to be connected. That's what it's saying. Okay, so here is let's see this one. Oh, here we go. Got you. How you doing, brother? How you doing?
I'm hanging in there right now.
I'm glad you came in, man. Yeah, I should have paid attention because I just figured, when I say noon, it's going to be,
our
it's
time.
going to be our time. So he messaged me Eastern time or Pacific time, and we were busy doing stuff. I didn't see the message. Then I saw it and I sent it to him. But for sure, if he would have checked his messages, he would have saw it this morning. And probably should have told me, well, I can't make it. We can reschedule. We could have did it later today, but no big deal. He normally comes in. But check this out. So they were talking about, while I have you on here, they were talking about, it was backups. It was backups that last game we played the Niners. But here's another shot, a different angle. Look on the bottom. You'll see number 97, Bosa. And then in the middle, you'll see Fred Warner in there. When Puka Nacua got that touchdown against another starter, Shavarius Ward. Check this out. So there's Bosa on the bottom rushing. Number 97.
Stafford, there's that quick hit and run, that completion, and there's Puka Nacua with the catch.
Oh, actually, scratch that. That's the wrong clip. Hold on. Hold on. Well, anyway, so this clip will show Bosa played. That was Shavarius Ward. He's the starter. That's their number one cornerback. Fred Warner was in there. If you remember, they were trying to double Puka Nacua. Cooper Kupp was already out. And they it was backups, but they played their starters too on defense because they wanted to keep they wanted to win, keep that streak against us, and also stop Puka from getting the record. And the two games that they played, he got a record each game. That's what's funny. But hold on, I'm just waiting. Here we go. Let's see. Is this the right one? Sorry, hold on. Let's see. I think this is it. Okay, check.
Wentz
so there's Bosa,
fires it, and he
connects
with Davis Allen. The rookie holds on for a fourth down conversion. Wentz floats it down the sideline. It's caught. It's Nacua.
So there was starters right there. I just wanted to point that out because I was like, wait a minute, you guys played starters. I think we had a mix of starters too, but yeah, it was just funny that right away they went to the starters card. The backups card. But what do you think about this game against the Niners, man? What's in your feeling about this game? I think I might have lost you or your audio. Try refreshing it and come back. Let me get into the chat while we wait for you. Oh, there you go.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I got you. So what do you think about this game coming up, man? Tell me your true feelings besides being frustrated like us.
Well, if they're gonna beat them, this is probably their.
Oh, you're cutting out. You're cutting out. Darn it. You cut out. It did a 10 sound and then you cut out. Shoot. Try it again. There we go. Oh, we've got you. You can try and come back. Just reset it. Doctor says Manning isn't out for 2 more. Oh, he is. Because I'm a USC fan, I don't really pay attention to that. And of course, we have Stafford, so I'm not even worried about a quarterback. But then why knuckleheads? Well, that's social media for you. They're mentioning Manning like, okay, in a couple of years after Stafford gets another Super Bowl with us, we can go after Manning. But yeah, if he's not out for 2 more years, then, but definitely, and then I guess Stetson Bennett's not going to be the guy because they didn't even want to put to him in there in crunch time. I was upset with that. Like, the game is over. You have some time in the third quarter. He could have played the whole fourth quarter. Sit Stafford down for this game. Don't let him get more beat up. Let Stetson Bennett whirl and Doral and do his thing, off the cuff plays, be mobile, and we didn't even get a chance to get him some reps. So I don't understand. Your mic's like, oh, that's okay, man. Well, thank you for coming in, man. That's okay. You can just put it in the chat. And but yeah, I'm definitely I'll reschedule with Wayne Breezy. That's unfortunate because I had a lot to talk to him about. Essence says, what's going on? Ram ties, yes indeed. Jack 42 says, oh, Rudy, how you doing, brother? Appreciate you. Saka says, I'll call in. I'm almost home. All right, man. Be careful. Yeah, I'll see you right now. Robbie Tice says, hey, their horns up. Let me see if my guy Wayne Breezy messaged me back. No, all right. I'm gonna have to kid him about that too. Oh, so you're trying to duck the Rams now? It says, I don't want Bryce Young. Yeah. So the rumor was that the Rams were possibly going to go after Bryce Young and this one dude Chase Daniels is his name, I think. Let's see. My guy Stockton told me. Hold on. That really sucks. So I wanted to talk to my dude Breezy. Let's see. Yeah, Chase Daniel. The guy proposed a 3-team trade. Rams get Bryce Young, Dolphins get Matthew Stafford, Panthers get Dolphins second, and Rams third rounder. It's really not that crazy. Right. Shut up, dude. I said, let's give him the 5th round pick that we swapped for Ernest Jones in that debacle and send him Tutu for Bryce Young and their number 1 receiver. That's what I said. Saka says, Rudy, I saw crazy stats. Scoring is way down this year. Only 64 passing touchdowns in the last 2 games. In the last 5 seasons, it's been 120 or more in the first game. It's crazy. I wonder if penalties are up. I wonder if they're blowing the whistle more. Doc 42's Robbie Tice horns up, amigo. Yes, indeed. Denver's, I'll be shocked if the Rams beat the Niners. I picked the Rams before all this happened for the Rams to sweep them. So this is what I expect in the game. The Niners, unfortunately, are coming off of a horrible game where they lost to Sam Darnold. So they're going to want to get this win, right? It would have been better if they would have won. Not really, because a Niners loss is a good loss for us. But because they lost too, they want the game as much. They wanted it anyway, but now they need to get this game. We're only 1 game off of their pace. We should have won game 1. I'm not going to even get into that again, but the Rams need to run the ball. They have 3 of their 5 starters. In Havenstein, Larry Jackson, but it's his first game. He's not going to have his game body, but he's got to do the best he can. Havenstein. Let's see. The offensive line is going to be Alaric Jackson, Logan Bruss, Lemmer, Bo Lemmer, Dotson, and Havenstein. I was like, Dotson's the 3rd guy. So we can get physical. We need to play physical. We need to come out with passion like against the Detroit game. We need to run the ball. Run the ball to Bosa. Run towards his side. Somebody, and I texted this to Stockton, when we run the ball, who's the heat-seeking missile linebacker that always comes from the back end? They have another guy, too, that looks like a Ferd Runner clone in the helmet with the dreads hanging out. He's a pretty good athlete, he looks like, too. But Fred Warner's a heat-seeking missile. So while we run, somebody else has to, whether it's a tight end or somebody, get in the way of Fred Warner and impede his progress. Because he's going, if you know that the play is going this way, then somebody goes right, look for Fred Warner and hit him. That's what you do. You get in his way, you impede his progress. You'll have his head on a swivel. That's how you play physical with the Niners. You run right after Bosa, get him tired, and then whoever is able to run out to hit off their guy in the middle on the right side, if you're running left, look for Bosa. Now, he's an athlete, so he can outrun you, but you just got to get in front of him. If you're a receiver, we have a receiver do a natural screen and get in his way. There's some things that you can do. And then you do it to the other side, the opposite. Go run after Leonard Floyd. Do the same thing with them. get the ball to Tutu Atwell on jet sweeps, screen passes. With the Vikings were doing screen passes and it hurt the Niners. Get the screen passes to Blake Corum and Kyron Williams. Get the ball to Tutu downfield. Do a double hitch and make sure that he catches the ball. Let him know to have good hands. Use Whittington like we would Puka Nakua's spot. Get Tyler Johnson involved. Robinson's got to show that he's the veteran leader that he is. Get the ball to Parkinson. We can still do some things. And on defense, it's up to the defensive guys to play physical, like I said. Get after Brock Purdy. Put your hands up. Keep him corralled. Watch Ayuk. Double team Ayuk. Make Kittle and the other guys hurt you. Which Kittle, you got to watch him. You got to chip him. But get physical with these guys. I'm looking for Verse and Byron Young and Kobe Turner to have a breakout game. And I still have hope, baby. Keep hope alive. But no, I mean, I think we can do what the Vikings did. And we have a better quarterback. What's up, brother?
Hey, can you guys hear me, man? Sorry, I've been having technical difficulties.
I can hear you.
Cool,
So,
cool.
did you hear what I said? What do you think about what I was saying? How to tackle this game coming up?
Well, I didn't really hear because I was trying to fix my. But I think I kind of know where you're going. Is I said, look, if you want to beat them, and we've seen this before, the Rams have to play physical against the Niners. That's the only way you're gonna beat them. You can't finesse them. You can't, because they have Fred Warner in the middle of the field, and that guy's a beast, man. Like that guy is the best player at his position in the whole league. I mean, as much as I don't like the Niners, he's that guy, you know?
Yeah.
The way they were getting to Purdy is you got to put pressure on him. Make him make bad decisions. Make him scramble out of the pocket. And I feel like the middle linebackers, whoever's going to play this, they have to be on point. They have to also take care of him if he tries to run out of the pocket and stop the run game.
Yeah.
I will say this. If the Rams lose this game, I know it'll look really bleak for us because, they will be 0-3. But hear me out. If somehow they can get everybody healthy again, right? They will be come back. The Rams will have to go on a heater, like how you said. They'll have to they'll have to split the game with the Cardinals. They'll have to sweep Seattle. And I think it's week 15 that the Rams will play the Niners again, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
So they would have to win that game. So either win now or win that game. But that's like the only way I can see them still surviving.
Yeah.
But this week might be their best chance, given the fact that there's no CMC and there's no Debo. So their run game's not going to be nowhere near as good as it once is. So you would just basically have to put pressure. I think if the Rams execute a similar plan like how they did with the Lions with the quick pass, jet sweeps, tight, they have to get the tight ends going, man. They have to.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Stafford's going to have enough time to make plays happen. And so you got to I think they have to attack the edges, like the edges of the field, like so like that you can get away from Warner and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's exactly right. With the Niners,
attack the edges, get your tight ends going, so you could have that extra big man personnel, more blocking, all that good stuff.
Yeah. Like you said, with the Niners, you have to play physical. And what I was saying too is run the ball at Bosa. Because he has a we watched the Super Bowl because we were hoping the Niners would lose. If you watch Bosa, he does kind of like an Ole. He's trying to go after the quarterback.
That's his primary. Like that's he's not a good run stopper.
Yeah.
he's fast at the get off line, but if you notice, he slows down. He slows down a lot. Like he's not. He's how do I say? He's not that fast. Like so, he's not gonna chase you down the field either, because he'll gas out, and he knows that.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to do that.
And that's what I would do. I know that we don't have the full line, but it is what it is. The guys that we have, Logan Bruss has been playing really good. Bo Lemmer's been a miracle draft pick. So run at Bosa, get physical with him, and then have somebody else on the right. So like, let's say we're running left.
Right.
Run at Bosa where he's at, and then the guy on the right hit your guy, and then look for or a receiver, do a natural pick and get in Fred Warner's way, because Fred Warner's going to pursue. So catch Fred Warner from pursuing, so he'll have his head on a swivel and knock him on his ass a couple times.
Yeah.
Find some, have Parkinson go out, straight out, and look for instance, have Parkinson lined up right next to the left side. Have him chip Bosa. We run at him, and then Parkinson runs towards Fred Warner looking for him, and
can run downfield with our running back.
With the running back, and boom, hit Fred Warner, because that's the guy that comes in, and it's easier said than done, but that's how you get to the second level.
They have to they have to basically go towards the pass rusher, chip them real quick. Like even the tight end, boom, get in, hit him, chip, toss the ball to him, go for a couple yards. Spread the ball around. You have to, because if not, they're gonna dictate. Okay, they're gonna go for this guy. You got to get everybody involved, so they don't know where the ball is going to. Two, as far as the defense, I think they gotta put pressure on Trent Williams. That dude's out of shape. He was cramping up.
Well,
he was cramping up on the Vikings.
He's a great player. He's a great player, but if you have good pass rushers, and you do stunts on him, he's human. He will give up some pressure.
So the line, their line is weak. They got Dominic Puny, the right guard, which I wish the Rams would have got, because he was one of my top picks in the draft. And
he's a big body.
He's a stud. So you got to go in the middle and then attack the left guard. I think the weaker side of that O-line, honestly, right now is the left side, even though he's been saying it's the right side. Trent Williams is not in game shape. This is his second game, and he didn't do OTAs, no camp or anything. Like, no way. And I think they're not healthy either. Nick Bosa had an ankle injury on the Vikings game. He came back in, but that doesn't mean he's 100%.
Yeah.
We know what Leonard Floyd can do, so they'll game plan him too.
And I just look at it like this: we just need to play like we did against the Detroit Lions on defense. Play inspired, play physical. Kobe Turner needs to break out. We need for him to have a breakout game, man, and crush that middle, and push that middle. Get Brock Purdy, as Brock Purdy does. As soon as you flush him out, he tries to do a quick move and then just get downfield and get as many yards as he can if he's not trying to throw it. And so, but if we need to put if we put points on the board, we put a couple of sevens on the board instead of field goals. We'll be right there, man.
I think also I've said this so many times. We can't trail. They have to be up.
Yeah.
They have to be up. You got to
keep. They can pin their ears back.
Yeah, because that's when Purdy starts feeling that pressure. Like, oh, okay, now we can't run the ball. I gotta start chucking this pigskin down. And he's good, but he's not like that playmaker. He's not gonna be throwing down the field when they're down. He's gonna still try to attack the middle of the field. And I think what they got to do is try to. Their main 3 targets is gonna be Ayuk, Jennings, and Kittle. I think you got to put Quentin Lake on Kittle, try to double Ayuk, and then just put somebody else on Jawan Jennings. But now and you might have to account for Juszczyk, but I think the guys, they got their work cut out for them, man, and hopefully it's a win for the Rams.
I mean, they have injuries. Debo and CMC are out. They still have Ayuk. We have good receivers, so we have some of these offensive linemen back. It's not as bleak as people think. We have a lot of injuries. Don't get me wrong, but we just re-signed Witherspoon. Darius Williams not there. Johnny Johnson's not there. Okay, but we have some guys that can fill in. We just have to weather the storm. We can win on Sunday because the Niners aren't at full strength either, but they do have some flaws. You can throw they had a problem with the screen pass against the Vikings, and McVay is looking at that film and what worked against him, and hopefully he'll be going into his bag of tricks. We just have to do what we need to do to on our side score points and just play physical and put Brock Purdy in like 3rd and 8, 3rd and 12, get a sack, pick off some balls. Because honestly, we're due for some turnovers. We're due to get some on defense.
See, our front four is good at generating pressure. They just gotta put it together where they can start figuring out how to close. You got to remember these guys are versus a rookie. Fisk is a rookie. But they're getting there, man. And versus one of the better pass rushers, rookies. I think we got the best one in the draft. He's he's gonna be something special, man. Honestly, and people are saying that Fisk is a bust, but he's not. He's playing defensive tackle. They didn't play any preseason. They're gonna come. They're gonna get better.
Well, they're still learning. Him and Verse are gonna be. They're gonna start. The speed of the game and the guys are bigger. It's going to take because Kobe Turner had the advantage of having Aaron Donald next to him.
Right. But I hope though that the Rams in the future get better middle linebackers because they got away with that because we had Aaron Donald. Now they don't have Aaron Donald. They have to get better at the middle of the field. They just have to.
Well, you're right.
They did let go of Ernest Jones, which is confusing to me. I think it really was a money issue, but you see what he was doing for the Titans, blitzing, tackles for loss, and we don't have that anymore.
Yeah.
I think maybe they want to put Omar Speights in. That dude is aggressive.
I hope they do, dude. I would love to see him play get some time at middle linebacker. And specialty situations like when they're going to blitz, or just to see what he throw him in there, let him use his instincts. I would love to because that's a huge upgrade on athleticism and physicality at the linebacker position.
I just think you can't get away with having a weak middle of the field, man. You have to have. See, before they used to try to do the hybrid thing with like Taylor Rapp. And stuff like that, it just doesn't work, man. It really doesn't. Now they have good safeties and things like that, and Quentin Lake plays the star role, but you still have to have some type of talent in the middle of the field. And Roseboom and Reeder, they're just not it, man. Like, they're too slow. They miss tackles, and it's not their fault. I'm not trying to talk shit, but they just don't.
Yeah. They're just adequate linebackers. They're not gonna be a game changer.
Yeah, they wouldn't be starting in a different team. I guarantee you. They're more like backups, And you just have to have at least one guy in the middle of the field that that's gonna be dominant. So if you have your guys doing the work in the back and say they manage to slip past them, then you got your middle linebacker that's gonna clean up the mess,
Yeah.
Because we have a weak secondary right now, so you got to make up with it with the front seven. And I'm looking at Shula, man. Like, if this guy does not come out with the game plan, I'm sorry, man. I wasn't a big fan of the signing at first because I thought, I thought, okay, yes, he has the name, but you know, if they were in win mode now, you know how they've been saying like we have a 3-year window.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, why not get somebody that has experience in that department?
Well, like, okay, so like when it comes to what's up, David?
What's up, Rudy? What's up?
How you doing, man? Good.
I'm doing good, man.
When it comes to Shula, you know, he deserved okay, let me just say it this way. He deserved the promotion because he's been with us since 2017. And he's got the only thing about with his, you know, not to make excuses for the guy, but he's got a young team, rookie, second-year players. We got some veterans now, but they ended up getting hurt, a couple of them. And so I think, you know, the jury's still out. We'll see how he does because against the Detroit Lions, he had them ready to play. And I said this in the last stream, and David, you can speak to this too. So watch my hands here. So I did that last stream. I said, okay, so this is the Detroit game. We're hyped up, right? It's the first game of the year. We owe them because we lost, right, in the playoffs. We're hyped up, right? This hand is the Niner game. My head is the middle game. Guess what game that is? That's the Arizona Cardinal game.
I think
I was going to say something about that.
But you know what I mean? Like, do you think that was a trap game for us? Like, we're like, go ahead.
I think that was a trap game for you guys.
But not take nothing aside from Kyler Murray and they kicked ass. Harrison Jr. They did what they did. But what I'm saying is, we gave it our all for the first game. We lost. It was a tough game in overtime. Now we got the Cardinals, but then on the horizon is the Niners.
We're coming to our second house. We're coming to our second house.
And we came out. Hold on. And then we came out without no passion. Like we didn't have the fire on defense. And then they lit us up. That's what happened. And I didn't think about that. And that's not an excuse, but that's what I saw. Because I saw my guy Jake Elbogen saying that they quit. I don't think they quit. I think they didn't come out with like fire like they did. They got let down. And then now the Niners game, and they kind of want to go to there, but they're young. That's what young teams do. But
Rudy, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Last week, couple days ago on the 9/9, my dad just passed away.
Oh shit, man.
Yeah, he was a big Browns fan.
So sorry.
It sucks. He can't watch the game. He can't watch the game this week.
Yeah.
But he be in heaven. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. God bless you, man. I'm so sorry for that. My condolences, man. God bless him. I'm so sorry to hear that.
But I was kind of lost.
No, man. Listen, if you ever need to talk about anything, man, let me know. I'm so sorry, brother. You're a good dude. We go back and forth about our teams, but family is more important. And I could never remember if it was your dad or your uncle that was a Ram fan. Was your uncle?
No, it was my dad.
Okay, good.
So my uncle was a fan.
Okay. Yeah, so my condolences, man. God bless you, man, and may you rest in peace, man. I'm sorry to hear that.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
problem,
Everybody in the chat too. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man. Well, okay, we're gonna beat you guys for him then. Damn it.
He'll send his blessings with us.
He's gonna send his blessings with us. But no, man, I'm sorry, man. God, let me tell you something too. Because I feel that I could do this. You know, this is social media. You know, you don't want to give too much out. You know, but I want us to be able to talk and stuff. So, my dad wasn't around when we were growing up. Okay, my stepfather technically is my dad, right? He was there for us. My dad never was there for us, and then he tried, and then he disappeared. You know, he had his own problems, right? And I'm mentioning this because when he passed away, you know, I wasn't sure if I was going to go. You know, my sister wanted me to go, so I went, and I'm glad I went. I heard a bunch of stories that he was a good guy. He did this and he did that, and I was kind of like, well, that's cool, but I don't have stories for me like that. You know, my own dad. but I'm glad he touched people's lives, right? So I had these little. They gave away these little like commemorative little like dog tags with this picture and that he passed, And so I had a couple. When we played the Super Bowl, and I said, I'll check this out. And this is just, the Rams had lost OBJ. It looked down. They gave him that touchdown, the face mask with Jalen Ramsey. They didn't call it. They gave him that touchdown. It looked bleak. Thought we were going to lose. That last drive, I pulled those out. Those my dad's commemorative. It was the same year. I pulled those out and I put them on the table next to the TV. And I said, Dad, if you're ever going to do anything for me, help us get this win. And the Rams drove down, and when you said that your dad passed, it reminded me of that because I really didn't really tell anybody about this, and when they won, man, I go, man, thank you, Dad. So he
was laying down in the bed, and I told him in his ears, I said, Niners gonna beat you guys, and he kind of opened his eyes a little bit, and he went like this. Oh, you guys not.
That's good, man. I'm glad that you had your dad, man, because for a long time I didn't have my dad. My thankful.
I'm glad he went to his first Rams game against the Commanders with my brother.
Good, and all those memories keep in there, man. My dad wasn't there for me. My stepdad, who is my father, thank God for him. But it wasn't until I was later on, when I was a teenager already. But yeah, God bless you, man. Rest in peace, your father, man.
I appreciate you guys.
I'm sorry to hear that.
100.
If you ever need anything, and I know that we always say this, we're going to watch a game, but yeah, I really mean it. We will. I've been so busy, man. Right now, let me take off my screen real quick. I'm in my dining room. So hold on.
If you in the Riverside area,
right now.
If you're in the Riverside area, we have a car wash on Saturday. If you are in the area, let me know. I can send you the address.
Okay.
We could wash your car. You could do donation, whatever you guys need.
On Saturday?
On Saturday. My sister was calling me right now, but I told her I'd call her back.
Okay. What time? What time are you guys going to do it?
I think at 9:30 to 5. Let me get back with you, and I'll let you know.
Yeah, let me know, man. Let me know. And so is that for your father? For everything for your father?
Yes.
Is that what you guys doing it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good, man. And if you don't mind, I can promote it on my channel, and I can tell people to get down there. So yeah, send me the information if that's okay with you.
Yeah, I sent you the information today or tomorrow, and if they could make it, that's cool. If not, if you guys want to do donations, Cash App or Venmo, that'd be nice too. But if not, no worries.
Okay, then. Yeah, no, for sure, man. Give me all the information, man. And
I
thank
will.
you for coming
Yeah,
in.
it's kind of expensive. My sister called my wife yesterday, and she said the funeral was supposed to be on October 11th, but if we don't have the money, then the charge is more because they keep him in the freezer much more longer. So that we try and get all the money together so we could.
Have you looked at the local churches, like in your area too, to see if they have any
I was gonna ask my church about that this week, this Sunday too, and yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll find out what I can too about anything like that too. And I'm sorry.
I appreciate you, man. Yes.
God bless you, man.
Yep.
Thank you for coming in, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about this game then?
Oh man, it's gonna be close like always. We always play tight. You guys might get us in the first 2 quarters, but you know how we get in the third and fourth. We bounce back.
What it is okay. Remember when I'm gonna just say it like this. Remember when Steve Young couldn't beat the Cowboys, and then you guys got Deion Sanders. He had to get the monkey off of his back. In the championship game. That's kind of how this team is. That if something's going to go wrong at the wrong time against the Niners, that's what's going to happen. So for whatever reason, kind of like you guys with the Vikings. I mean, you guys haven't won there since 1994.
91.
91, jeez. So that's the first step. Now, Carson Wentz, it was a battle of the backup balls. We both played some stars during the game. They were trying to keep Puka Nacua from getting the record. But we got this. We have the monkey off of our back, but it wasn't the starters. So now it's the starters. And I was really looking forward to this game, man. I wanted us to both be healthy. We have our stout offensive line. We have these new young bloods in there. You know, the young Rams, Fisk and Verse, and we revamped our secondary. At that time, we had Ernest Jones still on a contract year. You know, we thought he was going to play out and go after it. And Cooper Kupp, reports were that he was healthier than ever. And then only for Puka Nacua to get hurt in preseason and then aggravate it in game one. So
how many? Oh, sorry, Rudy. How many games he's out?
We probably won't have him. It's like 4 to 6 weeks. So probably 3 games.
3 games. 4 games.
And, yeah, and then I got Robbie Tyson.
0-3, 0-4, 0-5.
The good news is it's a weird year. You guys lost. The Ravens are 0-2.
Yeah. Eagles lost yesterday. Monday.
The Seahawks are 2-0, and honestly, we don't really. I appreciate what they have, but they have Geno, so they can go lose 3 games in a row. So the Arizona Cardinals are the team that surprised me. But I want to give them their flowers. They whipped our ass in the second game. But I think some of that was he came out hot, and he does that. He came out hot. We had chances to sack him, and we couldn't get. He got away from us. And then there he is downfield after he's spinning around, and he hit. The passes were on the money. Harrison Jr. broke out. He had a tough game the first game, and so I give them their flowers. But then also, that game is sandwiched in between the 2 big games, the Detroit game rematch and the Niner game. So I put some stock in that too, but I don't take nothing away. When you get to the field, and that's a learning curve for this young team, you have to show up every week. But these 2 games, the Niners and the Detroit Lions, were sandwiched in between this game. And then Cooper Kupp just happened to get hurt too, to add insult to injury. But yeah, man, it's crazy. And then my guy Rami Ty says, I'm in San Bernardino, David Corona. I'll try to drop through. Though. Okay, so
all right, for sure, man.
That's cool. DJ Fono says, rest in peace to both of your dads. Thank you, brother. I didn't have a team growing up, and the year my dad passed away, that was the year the Rams officially came back to LA. Oh, that's awesome. And thanks to the Rams games that helped me. That's awesome, man. That's what, that is true because, they you take your mind off of things. You're able to root for things. You and your dad shared memories of going back at each other, and I know that he got you good in the NFC.
Back and forth. Niners Rams.
Here's a happy memory for you with him, but it wasn't for your team. What did he tell you when they won the NFC Championship game? When the Rams won?
Oh, we betted that game too.
What did he tell you though? Do you remember his first words, or was he just looking at you?
Nah, he said you might beat us, but we're coming for that payback.
There you go.
Yeah, he said. I'm glad you guys won, but not really. You know what I mean? For my dad.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
but that's all. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something real quick too, because I'm an old dude. I'll forget.
Are you guys?
I know it sucks for your. I know it sucks for your team, but at the very least, your pops got to see the Rams return to Los Angeles, get a real
win the chip,
and win the chip. So I know it sucks for your team. Forget that though. Your pops got to see that before he passed, man. So
yeah, one more for him.
There's a lot of OG Ram fans like him that saw in the Coliseum Roman Gabriel, the Fearsome Foursome that passed, and they were in St. Louis. So at least he got to see that. So God bless him, and you were able to share with him And I know that you were happy for him, even though you weren't happy for your team. You were happy you got to see that too.
Him and my uncle.
Same thing for you. If you would have won, he would have like, damn it, But he would have been happy for you if you guys would have won the Super Bowl last year too. So
yeah, you're probably thinking about my other uncle. My other uncle's a Rams fan too.
Yeah, I get it confused, but yeah, that
one uncle's Rams and one uncle's a Niner, and then my dad was a Rams. So
that's awesome. That's cool. You guys can go back and forth.
Yeah, we went back and forth.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but
that's bad.
Well, let me ask. Well, let's dedicate this win to your dad.
To your dad. If we get this win, we're gonna say he's the one who did it for us because we need this win.
Frank Corona, Rams.
Frank Corona. God bless you, Frank Corona. Rest in peace. So let me get you on your take on this right here. Did Purdy get exposed by the Vikings? What do you think, David?
Nah, because he lost last year too in Minnesota.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I forgot about that. That's the second time.
Let me ask you this, time. David.
Yes, sir.
Real quick, winning in Minnesota is hard for any team. That defense plays real hard, man. So
yeah, they do. They do.
I don't think it's just Purdy, because even like Stafford has problems with that defense. It's a really good, well coached defense. They bring a lot of pressure, a lot of blitzing, a lot of physicality. But on a side note, I've seen a lot of Niner content creators like my boy Jesse over there at Last Second Sports or Grant. They all think that Purdy's not worth like the big payday. He's not the $50 million quarterback or whatever they're getting paid right now. What do you think? Do you think he's gonna say, yeah, I'll take a discount. I'll take $35-40 million?
Nah, he's not doing that.
Because if not, then then he's not all that good how everybody says he is.
I heard he's getting $62 million next year.
Let me ask you a question, Dave. That's a great comment that he said. So I think it's he's in the middle because he's doing what he should do with this team, because Jimmy Garoppolo did the same thing. The stats, unfortunately, Jimmy Garoppolo didn't get to play with CMC. And so the games that he did, though, those 5 games, the stats were similar. They scored more points. They looked better. Now Purdy is younger. Purdy is mobile. More mobile than Jimmy when he was with you guys. Forget that Jimmy is now. But before Jimmy pre-injury, remember when you guys ran those 5 games and then you guys gave him that contract? He was a different player. He was more mobile. He wasn't Brock Purdy, but he was able to move around better, before that. So the problem is it's a unique situation that you can't fault Brock Purdy for playing well. It's not his fault. He's got MVP numbers last year through 3/4 of the season, but he hasn't done anything less than what Jimmy's done. And then the Super Bowl, this is what I was going to show my guy Wayne Breezy, and he's not a big Brock Purdy fan. He wants him to do good, but this is what I was saying. So like how Jimmy Garoppolo, he couldn't make those deep throws, right, and to beat the Kansas City Chiefs in the first Super Bowl that they played. This is what I was going to show Wayne Breezy. Look at these 2 passes. Now, it's tough passes. You got to make them, but this is a $60 million quarterback if you make this, because you guys would have won. And it wasn't all his fault, but he's the quarterback. Watch. You have to hit those plays.
And he usually hit those in the regular season, too.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. And that's, okay, listen, Jared Goff did the same thing. That's why we only scored 3 points.
13-3? 13-3?
Yeah. Cooks was like this. And then finally he throws it. The guy runs all the way across the field and knocks it away out of his hands. Jared Goff was in his 3rd year. And he did the same thing because he's a young quarterback. that's when McVay goes, you know what, this guy in the next year he wasn't playing good. He was making the same mistakes, and we had to move on because Stafford became available. So that's why you guys are in a tough dilemma. Is this guy the guy that can take you over the top? Because slowly you're going to lose more depth. You're going to lose key players like maybe a Charvarius Ward, or Debo's going to be gone now because of the contract.
It's starting to show right now. They're starting to get some wear and tear on these bodies. Like Kittle,
so it's tough,
Kittle's
man. It's tough.
out.
It's tough. But I'll tell you this: for a 7th round pick, even a 5th round, 2nd round, 3rd round, you guys have got a lot of wear on that tread, man. Because I mean, you guys got a lot of for your money. What I'm trying to say, because you guys got to the Super Bowl with the guy. I mean, that's a testament to Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch for drafting those players, man. I'll tell you what. We'll show you guys how to draft a quarterback. No, yeah, because we got Jared Goff, and you guys show us how to draft a linebacker.
Oh hell yeah! Oh, did they take out Stafford last week, or did he played the whole game?
No, that was dumb. They should have took him out in the 3rd quarter already.
Yeah,
I was
texting. Want to put Jimmy G in, but he had that 2-game suspension.
I was texting Stockton. David, I was texting Stockton. What the F is Stafford still doing in there? Cup is out. We're down by 4 scores. It's a little over halfway through the 3rd quarter. Sit Stafford down. Let me get it back on. Okay, so I said it's a little bit past the 3rd quarter. Maybe a little bit past halfway the 3rd quarter. Sit Stafford down. Cup is already out. This game's done. Let Stetson Bennett get some reps. Let him do some off-the-cuff plays. Let Stafford live for another day. I know he don't want to come out, but that's not his choice. Sit him. Let Stetson Bennett show you what he can do in a real game situation and do some helter-skelter plays. He's more mobile. Get him out there because now Jimmy Garoppolo is back. Now Stetson Bennett's 3rd-string quarterback. So I love McVay. That's my coach, but I'm not a rah. If you do something that I think is stupid, like not play Blake Corum at all, in the Lions game, I'm going to call you out. We should have ran Blake Corum at the goal line instead of Kyrie Williams because he's got more lower body strength, and he's chomping at the bit to get in there, man. And so, I mean, but the offensive line was in shambles. They had to throw the game plan, but still, it's football. It's a kid's game. Scheme up something. Give the ball to Blake Corum in there. So there's some things. And Ernest Jones, whether it's your pride, whatever it is, whatever somebody pissed you off, let him play through the contract. He said he's willing to do that. Now, if there's other things that we don't know about, that's different. We get a 3rd-round pick for him, and we just say, adios, man, see you later. He should still be here. We get a 3rd-round pick for him instead of swapping for a bag of Doritos and a 5th-round pick. We swapped the 6th round for a 5th-round pick. And so, but anyway, there's a few things that I don't like that they do sometimes. But yeah, man. But yeah, I see both teams. Okay, so if the game is close going into the 3rd quarter, the Rams have a real chance at winning that game because the Niners have been they've been starting slow. Hopefully, the Rams can put some points, like SoCal said. The Rams can put some points up early. We need to get 7s instead of 3. But it's going to be interesting.
That's why I said you might have us the first 2 quarters, but we're coming out in the 3rd and 4th.
This is what I want. I want the game to be a blowout. I want Stafford to sit down and Jimmy Garoppolo come and kneel down to the ball.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Hell no.
And he gets the game ball. Or Stafford's playing good. Stafford's playing good. And he gets kicked out for grabbing somebody's helmet or something. And he gets kicked out. Jimmy Garoppolo comes in and throws a game-winning drive, and we go with the win.
Let Jimmy G. If you want that to happen, let Jimmy G try.
No, I'm just saying. Imagine Stafford gets pissed off and grabs somebody's helmet and does something stupid. He gets kicked out, and then here comes Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
But anyway, But yeah, man, we'll see what happens, man. But I had picked us to have a chance to sweep the Niners this year because we revamped the O-line. But wait, listen, we revamped the O-line. Remember the first game when we played you guys without Puka?
Yep.
That's the Rams I was picturing with now Jonah Jackson in there from the Detroit Lions on the line. We revamped it. We have now a better secondary. We have more infusion of talent. They're going to be coming from different angles. Cooper Kupp's going to be healthy with Puka. And then we have this guy, Jordan Whittington, the wide receiver, who looks like he's a baby Puka or a Bobby Trees. You know, he's doing a lot of – he has to do it in the pros, but he looks the part. Just like you guys have that guy that got shot in the chest, Pearsall. Ricky Pearsall. He looks good in camp, but he's got to stay healthy. So that's why I was going by. Puka, Kupp, this young offensive line, we got Blake Corum to help Kyrene. So Kyrene goes out hurt, insert Blake Corum. So that's what I was looking at. And so, but who knows with this game now? So you guys don't have Debo, you don't have CMC. Brock Purdy struggled at some times last game, but he righted himself. That's one thing that's good about him. He doesn't stay down. And so you have to jump on him. You have to jump on him to get him, pressing. He's a young quarterback still. So we'll see what happens. Oh, I didn't see my guy SG. Let me get SG in here. What's up, SG? Are you there? SG.
The only problem I see with this game is that the Niners are coming off a loss just as well too. Had they won last week, it'd be a little different.
I was like, good. Oh, damn, they're gonna want this win now. But whatever. SG, your mic's it's not unmuting. But yeah, man. We'll see what happens with this game. I was supposed to have
good luck with your team, and better team wins.
I'm gonna have to reschedule. I was supposed to have Wayne Breezy on today, and then he hit me up last night. Is it Eastern time or Pacific time? And I told him noon Pacific, and I haven't heard from him. So he was supposed to be on. We'll have to reschedule. Tomorrow I'll be on with Niner Sickness at noon again.
Okay.
So and I'm going to be on his channel, so we can talk about this again tomorrow. So, all right, man. Sure. I appreciate you coming in, man. And again, rest in peace to your
sure, man. Thank you for having me, and then let's go Niners.
Yeah, no Rams, and give me information about the car wash. Send it to my phone. Send it to my phone.
I hit you. I send it to your phone.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right, brother.
All right, man.
You.
All right, brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you for everything.
God bless you. That's cool. David Corona, cool dude, man. He's a Niner fan, but he's a good dude. And but yeah, man, that's tough, man. Rest in peace to his pops, Frank Corona. And man, that's tough, man. So give me a score for the game, SoCal.
It's gonna be maybe a low scoring game. I think the Rams are gonna pull out a win like 24-17. Maybe a 3-point difference.
Now, without CMC, the Niners, Brock Purdy averaged 17, 19 points a game. So if we can hit that 20, 24 points, we have a good chance to win. But Stafford's got to get some touchdown in the damn red zone, man. We need to score some points on them. You're going to have a lot of Niner fans on there.
I get confused because, like, you have red zone weapons, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, tall tight end, 6'7", Colby Parkinson. You got Blake Corum, and you don't utilize them. Then you want to go for like a pass to, like, I don't know, like, it just doesn't make sense, man. Like, pound the rock, man. Bring in somebody to beef up that O-line. Run a jumbo package, you know. I think if they really want to run the ball good, they should get a fullback. Bring back Ben Skoranek. He's on somebody's practice squad now.
Oh, is he?
You know, if the Rams need help, I think Nick Scott's over there in the Panthers. Bring him back. You know, Nick the Brick Scott. Shoot, we could use people like that.
And what do you think about bringing back Bobby Trees for right now, or do we need any receivers?
The problem is if you go, you're gonna have to give up more draft capital. You know.
Yeah, but I honestly, I think Whittington can fit the bill of impersonating Bobby Trees and Puka Nacua, the way we used him in
Whittington is a
preseason.
fast, physical player.
Yeah,
he's gonna lower his shoulders and he's gonna hit somebody. Boom.
I put a lot of stock in Yarborough, our coach, because he has these guys ready. The one guy that is a sore though and can't get it through his thick skull is Tutu Atwell, man. Because you see what's his name? Worthy from the Kansas City Chiefs did, the rookie. Yeah. That's how we thought Puka Nacua was gonna. I mean, Tutu Atwell was gonna be.
Well, I also think they're not giving him the same opportunities. Is he the same player as Worthy? No, because he's a little bit smaller. But
yeah. But some of those things, like he just disappears, man. It's just like, and we're not even using it for kickoff returns.
No, he. The problem is he's a small dude. He's like $160, man. You know, that's a small guy for the NFL. You hit him hard, that ball's coming out. But what they need to do is utilize him in the quick passing game where he could get around the linebackers, like just have him do these quick little stunts, man. You know, that's where he's gonna be dangerous because he can gash you. Do we have time to throw it downfield? Probably not, unless we can get the run game going and they could use play action.
Yeah.
You know, which they haven't been able to do, and I think that was one of their weaknesses. Against the
play
Cardinals,
action screens.
They were trying to go for the big chunk plays, and I think they got overconfident, thinking, "Damn, we almost beat the Lions. How much do we have to plan for the Cardinals?" You know?
Yeah. Yeah, because I was thinking about it in the last live, and I was saying, you know what? You know, take nothing away from the Arizona Cardinals. They whipped our butt. Budo Baker, it was doing his thing, man, and Murray came out, but Murray does that. Murray looks unbelievable sometimes in certain games. He does that. That's what he does. And then all of a sudden, hey, what happened?
Well, I'll tell you this. If they pop him, he stops running. He gets intimidated again. We didn't hit him once. That's the problem.
Mm-hmm. Well, he was relaxed because there's no Aaron Donald, and these guys didn't show him another reason why to be scared because they kept missing him.
If Jared Verse plants on him, Jared Verse is like 6'3", 6'4", 270. If he tackles him, he's gonna think twice about running out of the pocket again.
Yeah, he a couple times, man, we were like, he's gonna get him. No, he dove at his feet. He's gonna get him. No. But I just think that they came out, did their thing. Kyler Murray went off. Cooper Kupp went off. I thought it was going to be a shootout, actually. I even tweeted that. Matthew Stafford's been in shootouts before. We're still fine. But that was when we had Cooper Kupp. And then we were driving. We were in the red zone. Cooper Kupp couldn't even play. He even tried to go out there, but he had to come back. And so I just think with the two games being sandwiched, the Detroit game and the Niner game, they came out. We didn't give the same effort because they were let down from Detroit, the young team. And then we couldn't put any points on the board, and Kyler Murray just went off. So my cap goes a tip to him, but I really think that we were kind of looking past them a little bit because the young guys probably heard that we beat them like 10 out of the last 11 games.
Yeah. So let me ask you another real question. When did, as a fan or the Rams organization, when do you hit the panic button?
If Stafford gets hurt.
Because it's looking pretty bleak right now with all these injuries.
Let me explain. Go ahead.
I just find it really weird that the Rams always, for the last couple of years, deal with so many injuries. Like no other organization, I would look into, hey, what's going on in my strength and conditioning room?
Yeah.
What are we feeding these guys? What's their nutrition like? Got to revamp something because there was a report that the Rams had one of the poorest facilities and eating when it comes to it. They're at the bottom of the list. because some athletes like Ocho and Terrell Owens, or even like DK Metcalf, they always ask them, "What's your diet like?" You would think they're eating super clean and all this stuff. They eat normal food all the time, and I think maybe that's a reason why too. Like, Puka Nacua changed his diet, started doing different workouts with Cup. Did he look great? Yeah, but like sometimes you can't eat bird food. You know what I mean? Go ahead and have a pizza. Go have a burger. You're an athlete. You're gonna burn that calorie off anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, man. They have to look into it. There's no way that it's always the Rams O-line getting hurt, like decimated.
Yeah, man.
Getting old now.
That's a good question. Maybe we should look around the league and see whose offensive line has stayed intact, and then go talk to their nutritionists and their strength coaches.
Mm-hmm.
And
what kind of regimen do they have going on?
Yeah.
Maybe these guys not getting reps in the preseason. I don't know, man. Like, it's just do something different.
But yeah, I think with the way the season's going on, there isn't in the NFC. Who looks like they're a juggernaut team so far? Nobody. The Vikings, maybe. So it's not all bleak. We don't want to get to four losses without a win. This team can run off some games in a row, but they have to get everybody back. This game's going to kind of show us in the next week or two if we can get this win, or even if we don't. We need this win. Don't get me wrong, but if we show a much better showing against these guys, and we lose a tough game, who's the next team that we play on? Let's see.
The Bears.
The Bears. So we should be able to get well there. If we can win these next two games, that would be beautiful. 2-2. Mm-hmm. So we'll have to look around the league.
Then we have to play Green Bay, another tough team.
Yeah, and they didn't look so hot either. And Jordan Love's is out, right? Will he be back by then?
Yeah, that's their goal. But I mean, they got a good defense. That defense is playing really high level.
And then by then, maybe Puka Nacua will be back. Let's see.
No, not by week 5.
No, that'll still be not enough. Damn. Yeah, we just got to do what we have to do.
We're not getting players healthy back to like week 7 or 8.
So we have to withstand this onslaught of injuries.
Exactly. Just have to. I hope they do pull off a win this upcoming Sunday when I'll be there. Every time I've gone to a Rams game in person, they've won. So hopefully that's good karma for them.
Are you going? Sure, you're going Sunday?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You said you were. That's right. You said you were.
I got like 12 buddies. We're gonna go
awesome.
And do the whole thing. Again. Hopefully we get this win.
Man, listen. Take a lot of pictures, and if we get that win, man, get some shots of the escalator crew going down the escalator.
Oh, I will, and I will. I'm also gonna meet Jesse from Last Second Sports. He's a Niners content creator.
Yeah,
he's a cool man. He's a cool guy because there's some Niner fans that they know real football.
Mm-hmm. And, that's why I like Jesse. I just rib him because in our Super Bowl year, he picked us to finish 3rd, even with Matthew Stafford, and we were like, what? We weren't going to even finish 3rd with Jared Goff. What do you mean?
Because he knows he knows that Matthew Stafford is probably the best quarterback.
Oh yeah,
in the NFC, and has stated had they had Matthew Stafford, they probably would. The Niners honestly would have probably won 2 more Super Bowls with him.
Oh yeah, well that's what I was saying when they got Trey Lance. I go, you know what? If the Niners would have got Matthew Stafford, I would have been pissed off every day, and I would have had.
Yeah.
I would have been hard for me to sleep. You guys have Trey Lance, even with Brock Purdy. I don't care. It is what it is. But I always get on them. I don't not anymore. It's been a few years now, but I remember when you picked us to finish third in the Super Bowl year. But no, he is a good dude though. He says the same thing. He calls out Kyle Shanahan and the nonsense surrounding Ayuk and the way they were trying to get the money and going back and forth.
I mean, if I was that organization, I would have probably just let Ayuk go for the amount of money he's getting paid. They're not utilizing him right, and that's just me personally. The same way I feel like for Cooper Kupp, he's a real good player, or was, but he hasn't been able to stay healthy since 2021.
Yeah, man.
And prior to that, and it's gonna come down to the decision. Like, hey, next year, do we move off from you? Do you rework your contract? Because $30 million is a lot of money for a 32-year-old receiver that has not been able to stay healthy.
Yeah, and you know what? We talked about that last time, and I think Cooper Kupp. I think Cooper Kupp's the kind of guy that would say, you know what? He doesn't have to, because it's a business, NFL. I can see where he reworks the deal because he's not there for his teammates. You know, he's got that kind of mentality, even though he doesn't have to.
Because look how the Rams have dealt with other players leaving, like Robert Woods, Bobby Wagner. They get rid of the big high names, like Jalen Ramsey. They let them go where they want, and if they let go of Kupp or trade him, I'm not expecting a big draft pick from. They're gonna let him go where he wants, and like, hey, go get your money somewhere else. Do it for your family. Like, go to the team that makes you happy. Or it's hard for somebody to say, like, hey, like if your boss comes up to you, hey, Rudy, will you take a pay cut? You'll be like, hell no.
Yeah.
no way, Jose.
Yeah.
But maybe he will, and he would have to slide into that wide receiver 3 role.
Well, I was saying, rework the deal. And and give him incentive-laden contract where he gets a bonus for the games played, he gets a bonus for the yards, the touchdowns. If we make the Super Bowl, he gets a huge bonus, stuff like that. But
another guy need to move off him, Joe Noteboom. That guy cannot play one game without getting hurt, and he's getting paid big bucks. That's money that they could be spreading out to fill out positions of need that. Maybe get a wide receiver, maybe get a lockdown corner again, or a middle linebacker. So,
sorry, my computer just left me.
Yeah, no, you're fine. I was about to say, I gotta go. Gotta catch some sleep before I go to work. I'll be out in the chats later on.
Cool. Let me show you something before you go.
Okay.
This brother here, Papa John says, Rams looking to be heading to the Pac-12 next year. But yeah, I wanted to this is what I was going to get into with Wayne Breezy, because they talk about Levi South and this and that. And so what I wanted to talk about with Wayne Breezy is, what is, we understand the Niners game. The Niners come out to Rams games when they're playing the Rams, right?
Right.
But what is this business here when they're not even playing the Rams? I mean, and look at the top of the picture. It says they want to be Ram fans so bad. So this is during the Niners are playing at the same time as this game right here. And
I will say this: there's so many. And they get mad when you tell them this. There's so many bandwagoner Niner fans right now.
That's what I call them, bang, bang, bandwagoner gang.
Just and I get it. It's because people that are getting into football, they're like, all right, who's the top team?
Just like the Patriots, just like the Patriots in California. You never saw Patriots fans. You never saw them in California. Maybe like 3 guys over there in the corner, right?
Right.
When Tom Brady when they beat us. They're everywhere. Gronk jerseys.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, that joke where they said you used to be a Raiders fan. A lot of these Niners fans used to be Raiders fans.
Yeah.
Well, I see so many people, and it's funny. Like even last year, remember they said it was like a big. How many Niners jerseys were sold?
Yeah.
When they went to the Super Bowl, and I was like, oh wow, people that many Niners fans didn't have jerseys.
Yeah. Well, look. Okay. So there's no disputing that the Niner fans, a lot of them are in Southern California, already live here.
Right.
Come out to SoFi Stadium, and a lot of times too. Hate to say it, the Ram fans are selling the tickets for 3 times the price,
well,
so that they can
they
can pay their season tickets off.
Check it out. I'm paying $345 for like nosebleed tickets to this game.
Yeah,
that's not including parking. Okay, and that's not including, and that's just for me. So, if these people want to pay that much for their tickets, that's fine. But to me, it doesn't matter. I have noticed the fan base is getting bigger. It's gonna take time. But one thing I do have to say is they can't keep losing like how they did last week. They have to keep putting wins in the pockets, in the back pockets, because fans will just say, you know what, F this.
Yeah.
A lot of people are wishy-washy. They'll just say F
Oh,
this.
for sure. And especially in LA, there's you can watch other stuff. The Dodgers are going to be in the playoffs.
Yeah, Dodgers, you got hockey, you got
But like, see, this is why it doesn't bother me. Well, but it irritates me that they say Levi South, right? But look at this clip. And listen to what they say at the end of this clip real quick. This was just a few years ago. They say, Levi South, we're going to take over your stadium. They're going to go take over that stadium. This is their own stadium. Where were you then? Listen to the wording after this clip. Hold on one second.
The team continues to lose, so could Santa Clara.
How many will default on their tickets? We've seen a large amount that have defaulted already. How many will continue to default if the team is not managed properly?
Yeah, it's true. Go back to like 2015. Their stadiums were like empty.
Watch, here's another one. Check this out. And this was for Wayne Breezy. I can still do it when we do it, but watch this.
This man might be one of the 49ers faithful, but as the fan enthusiasm wanes for the losing team, concern grows in Santa Clara, which counts on attendance as a major revenue source. ABC 7 News reporter David Louie looks at why empty seats are a cause for alarm. He's live at Levi Stadium. David.
A concern over empty seats is coming at a crucial time. The team already has asked the city of Santa Clara to give it a rent break. Now, the dismal season is also causing some of the former faithful to stay away.
They're asking the NFL. They asked the NFL for a rent break. So get out of here with the Levi South stuff and all that, because that was only a couple of years ago. So can you say bandwagon fans? I wish I could send this video to SoFi PR and let them play that over the freaking the Oculus.
So real quick before I go, I'm gonna give a shout out to Jake Ellenbogen. He's gonna be doing another podcast. Later on today with Jesse from Last Second Sports.
Cool, yes.
Behind Enemy Lines. So if you guys want to tune in and give Jake that support,
what time is it? What time is it going to be on? I'll check. I can check it.
Yeah.
Okay. I like him on the NFC West. Is that the when we go on the NFC West thing?
Yeah. But, so it's just probably gonna be him and Jesse later on.
Okay. For the Niners versus Rams. Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay. Yeah. Cool.
Again,
sounds good.
Cool, man. So I'll catch you guys later. And
all right, brother.
Ramley, stay up and let's hope for a dub this week, and
for sure.
And let's hope David's dad sends us some extra.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace, Frank Corona, and and I'll be on tomorrow at noon with Niner Sickness.
You remember that movie Angels in the Outfield?
Yeah.
Maybe we get some angels in the field help us out.
Yeah, man, that'd be awesome. All right, brother. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you, man. Take care.
Right,
okay. Bye-bye. There it is. That's cool. Yeah, man. Rest in peace to David Pop, Frank Corona, and but yes, indeed, man. Yes, indeed. I'm sorry. Let's see. Natter Kelly Boy says, Rudy addressed my comment. Sorry, I was talking. I was looking for something on my computer and my phone. 8 years, 1 Super Bowl. Let's see. Yep. Let's see. Where's your comment at? Yeah. Well, that we said that, but I showed you. You guys don't get any credit for that because you didn't even show up to your own stadium in tough times. But it's okay. But yes, indeed, my guy David Corona, appreciate you, man. And I'm sorry, SG, I was trying to get you on, but you showed up twice, and then one of your mics wasn't working when I tried to add you. I don't know what's up with your thing. But all right, guys, I'm going to call it a day. You guys, like SoCal said, check out Jake Ellenbogen on his live stream. He's going to be on there with Jesse Naylor and 2 good guys. I love my guy Jake Ellenbogen. The only thing that I don't like that he does, well, it's not that I don't like it, that I feel that he does too much is too soft on Brock Purdy. Because mind you, yes, Brock Purdy gets unwarranted criticism, but the man is basically driving a Lamborghini, and he gets a lot of credit for doing what Jimmy Garoppolo did. He didn't do anything different. And he also missed those throws in the Super Bowl either. And there's no one is after him. If it was Matthew Stafford, they would be all over Matthew Stafford. So anyway, I appreciate you, one of you guys. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow on Niner Sickness's channel, Rams versus Niners, and I'll reschedule with Wayne Breezy. Hopefully he'll be able to come back in this week. Thank you guys for coming in. My guy Dave says, have a great day, Rudy. You too, brother. I'm here for you. If you need me, text me and message me if you need to talk. Let me know, brother. Appreciate you. Rabbi Ty says, at David Corona, I see USC, Lakers, and Dodgers. How did the Niners happen? It's because the Rams weren't here. But yeah, I asked him that before. But he's a good guy. All right, guys, I appreciate you when you guys love each one of you guys. As we always say, may the Ramilia be with you. And Romulators, mount up. We'll see you tomorrow.